Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Hypixel Skyblock. I am back on the garden because we did a little bit of an update to our farming by adding a sunflower / moonflower farm, a wild rose farm, and a sugarcane farm. And given some thought, since I kind of have it in order of those two drop Helianthus and this one drops Fermentos, why not have all my farms in order of what special drop they may have in store? So next, I'm going to do cactus, netherwort or mushrooms, and then the other one. And then I'll do cocoa bean, melon, pumpkin, potato, carrot, wheat. And maybe, if they update the garden again, we'll have beetroot. Who knows, really? But I have a bit of sand, and we're going to see where that gets us and how I want to do this for myself on a cactus farm. So, let's get started. First, lots of sand. So much sand. Well, actually, I probably should... Why is it being finicky? What? That's why. Still really weird. And it doesn't want to work on water. This is already off to a great start of being scuffed. I'll be back when I start this. Alrighty, I've kind of gotten things started. I just tested trying to use a fence, and it still won't work. So, definitely can't use fences in the farm like I would have wanted. If you want to see my OG farm, this is what it is. And I was able to get 3 on both sides. I could technically use this again over there. It's not a terrible design. The turns just are annoying. So I'll probably just copy this and do it that way. So I'll be back. Okay, back at it. The farm is going to be 6 cactuses thick and 8 sand long. And I'll just run along here, break 3, come here, run along and break 3. Another work contest, how fun. And I'll just have to add some walls here and here. And then we'll have a decent cactus farm. And hopefully this will be enough. I'll try it out before sticking with it. And then if I need, I'll add another column. But let's get back to work. Alright, I did a light little test. I started farming from here, went all the way down, turned around, and just came back. My growth speed isn't too great, so for the cacti, I guess. So I'll probably add another column right here. So better get to work doing that. And I will see all of you when it is done. I'm on a little short mission to gather more sand, but I need to gather rabbits, so thought I would. And I still have nothing. If I haven't shown anyone the rabbits yet, but I need a couple, 2 divines, a couple legendaries and a bunch of residents. Some I just haven't got to yet, like I haven't defeated the Infernal Demon Lord 3, haven't done Floor 7 or Master Mode 7. I don't like dungeons much. But, yeah. I'm gonna go gather some more sand for the farm, and I will see you when it's done. Okay, I have another little segment done. Just gotta plant the cacti and make sure it reaches the very back of the plot. Because sometimes it doesn't load fully for me. Don't know why, but there we go. Now I have 2 segments for cacti, and I've already started on the next segment slightly. I have a little drop down here, and I am going to do mushrooms next. But the annoying thing about mushrooms is that my builder ruler doesn't... Oh, it did work on Bedrock that time. Weird. Maybe it was empty or something. But I have to clear out a whole area for brown mushrooms and red mushrooms since the mushroom hoe does not have the switching function anymore of switching between red and brown. So I'm gonna do that and I will be back. So I will see you in a momento. Alrighty, I have gotten all of the groundwork done practically. I still need to place the mycelium and the mushrooms down. And I've started working on the next one, which is going to be soul sand. I just need to add a block here once I add the soul sand. And I'll just go this way. But for now, I'm just going to finish. Oh, undo that. Ah, dang. My deleter deleted the dirt. I'll fix that and be back once the mushrooms are placed. I really hate placing mushrooms down. Because you can't put them in the basket of seeds to put them down. That doesn't work for some reason. Even though it works for cactus on every other. But mushroom doesn't, and you can't place mushrooms next to each other, and it gives you the text over and over and over. So that's so fun when dealing with mushrooms. Quality of life change could be drastic if they chose to let the mushrooms work in the basket of seeds like the cacti does, but it doesn't. And I still have to have a whole new row of red ones. It's insane. But once I get these done, I am going to get a bunch of soul sand, finish this plot, well, this kind of carbon copy of the cobblestone on the other 4 plots, put that down, and then put the nether wart down, and that'll be my nether wart farm. And then, I guess I'll move on to cocoa beans after that one. So I'll be back once I finish this row of red mushrooms. I don't realize if I actually said that I completed this part, but it's still growing a bit more. And I've started doing the soul sand for the nether warts, and boy do I wish soul sand was like a collection where it could go in the nether sack or the mining sack, because going back to buy more every time I run out, it takes forever. It is quite the chore. But it's to make a good farm, so it's worth it, I guess. And now that that's done, I get to plant the nether wart. And I'll move on to the next grouping, which is cocoa beans. Oh, I already ran out of another wort. It's so fun to watch as the crops grow. It's like a little race, except you know which one's gonna win. It's the first one, but it's still fun to watch. But I'm gonna go gather more nether wort because I am currently out. So I'll be back when I have more nether wort and this farm is completely done. And then I'll dig out a spot for cocoa beans. It's kind of crazy that the basket of seeds works with cocoa beans too. You wouldn't think it does, since it doesn't work with mushrooms. And this is a sideways crop. But it does, which is interesting. Just goes to show you they could put mushrooms in here. And I don't think they need to add an extra thing to differentiate nether wart. But that is the cocoa. I could do another one. I don't think I will. Just because these farms aren't like perfect for contests, I don't think. They just work for me. And if I need to do a contest, I'll just make something to do a contest. Make a bit of a farm to work for one. But it's already grown. And next will be probably pumpkin and then melon. And then I'll have to deal with these plots to get potato, carrot, and wheat if pumpkin and melon don't fit. So I'll be back again. So I have finally run into my biggest issue. I don't have enough space to make another pumpkin row or melon row. So we're going to resolve this together. By the way, I'm using the old pumpkin/melon farm design because it works now. You can run on farmland without your game trying to, I don't know, crash. Whatever the problem was. But if I come over here and I go to plots and I modify this plot, I can make it super flat. And then once that is done loading, I'll just change the whole plot and make it a preset, which I'll show you how to do if you don't know. And those four, I will just copy and paste the preset that I make on this plot. And it should go nice. The only problem is that I still need to do these 4 blocks before I can work on this preset. So I'm going to finish working on these, and then I'm going to clear off these fences, and we'll go to the next step. But I will see you all in a second. Alrighty. So I got my pumpkin thing going, and I got the water for the next row of pumpkins going. And now all I have to do is kind of thin this back, add 2 more rows for melons and pumpkins, and then I can move on to just making kind of the same layout as the nether wart-ish for the other crops. And so I'll be back when I finish doing another row of pumpkins and then 2 rows of melons, and then I'll see you then. Now, if you, wow, what a great introduction to coming back from doing this. If you never knew how to do the old melon or pumpkin farm, this is how you do it. You basically make a little T, you have your water, I blocked it off right here, and then you have 1 row, and you have your crops, then you put water underneath, and then you put another block right here. Sorry, I have to be up. And then that will be where your seeds grow, where your melon spawns, or your pumpkin. And then this will be where your seeds grow, where your seeds grow, and then that. And you don't have to do this. I just did this to cover up this part of the crop, because light levels don't really affect growing speed too much, I don't think. So yeah, and just plant your crops. And that is the pumpkin and melon portion done. And I am going to start working on the potato, carrot, and wheat, which is basically just this. But I will do that, and you'll see how it looks, and we will be golden. Okay, everyone. Welcome back. I finished the wheat segment, the carrot segment, and the potato segment. I think I did extra, but it's fine. I usually do a lot of wheat, and I do a lot of carrots for hot potato books. Not so much... I said carrots. I meant potatoes for hot potato books. And not so much carrots, but I could do carrots to help with my pets, but I mean, I don't really need that much help with the pets. So, what I'm going to do now that that is done is go to the desk, go to plots, modify the plot, save a preset. I don't really care what it's named. And diamond, sure. Now I click this one, and I click this, and I start pasting it. And now it's gonna just copy over everything I did onto that side. Although I guess it's also copying the cobblestone wall, which I'll just fix by myself in the meantime. But then I'll just copy and paste all of those onto the other three, and there you go. I have 5 plots of semi-decent good farming. Anyway, I guess this is as good a time as any is to get a thumbnail. So I don't know how to turn off the chat or hide my menu in this, but there we go. Anyway, if you want to see more Hypixel content, be sure to like, comment, maybe subscribe if you want, and tell me what you'd like to see, because I'm not good about doing it if I don't know what you want to see. If you want to make me suffer and do dungeons, you can ask, and I guess I will. But anyway, I hope you all had a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.